There we go, and we're live. Welcome, everyone. How's everyone doing today? It's Coffee with Cup, except today it's Coca-Cola with Cup. Anyways, I'm here. How funny that I finally get an ad for the first time in I don't know how long. As soon as I start the stream. It's so typical. And, of course, my ever-loving AI-assisted camera decides to go to AI when I tell it not to. It's so typical. Gotta love all this type of stuff that wants to go and you tell it not to as soon as you start. So let's fix this thing. There we go, and we're live. Welcome, everyone. How's everyone? Let's turn that down. At least I know the audio sounds good. About 30-second delay, which is fine because it allows things to kind of get fixed up and resolved. Right? Maybe. Nope, wrong way. We want to go this way. This way. Oh, there it is. Let's bring it up. I swear I had this set. And, as soon as I went live, the camera's like, I'm going to go to AI mode. It'll probably do it again for some reason. I set it to standard, and it's like, I'm going to go to AI mode. I'm going to track. Welcome, everyone. Happy 4th of July. Big fireworks tonight, hopefully. Maybe the weather doesn't mess it up like it did yesterday. It was a pretty intense storm yesterday. A lot of lightning, I guess I would say Mother Nature decided to give us a fireworks display of lightning and thunder to kind of replace the ones that we see behind me back there. Just want to kind of go and kind of have a little fun today. We're going to kind of talk about some of the music I've been doing. Eventually, when I see enough people in this stream, I'll start singing the Star Spangled Banner. And please feel free to chat. Don't be shy. I'm here for about an hour. We're going to kind of keep this stream going and talking about some of the stuff I've been doing. Let's go ahead and go right in here. I'm going to go ahead and bring up. Oh, look, people love that. Let's change that, right? So we're going to go, and I'm going to go ahead and go to, you know what? I don't care. We're going to go to Suno, okay? On Suno, this is where I do a lot of my music. I have just about all my songs on Spotify and copywritten, except for a select couple that, eventually we'll talk about those when they do get copywritten and everything is good and legit. So we're going to go to my library. This is kind of like more of where the projects have been saved. I put them in a playlist so I knew where they were. And if you see, 8 songs is my latest playlist. So the max on a playlist on Suno is 50. Each one of these, I have all 2 and all 3 are like my main songs. That's where I put all my stuff. I have this little wedding one. What I do when I do weddings, it's a new feature I've been adding to my company, Cupp's Photography. You can look it up, cuppsphotography.com. Or soon to be josh@cups.net. Anyways, what I do is I do a highlight video, and I know back in the day, we used to grab a song and we put this nice highlight video with the song that they choose, or, I choose, or however it goes. But lately, thanks to this creative idea I've been doing, I will actually write a personal song about their wedding. And when I write that personal song, I'll incorporate it to a highlight video with that person's wedding. If you want, just to kind of give you a little example, this one right here is Best Case Cesario. It's really cute. It's about a really cute couple, and they literally had a German Shepherd as the best man. The dog walked down the aisle. It was absolutely adorable. It was so cute. But yes, I did make this for him.
The chapel is full, they all came to see my lady in white saying yes to me. My best man Rex, swagger with 4 paws.
Hopefully that that sounds okay. I have a feeling I might have had an echo or a double sound because I feel like I heard it when I probably shouldn't have. So, anyways, let me know in the feed if that sounded fine or if there was an issue. I'd be happy to resolve it. I kind of figure out how to do it as we go. But let's go ahead and go to some of the songs that I've actually people might be wanting to ask some questions about. We're going to go to my all to tab because it's kind of some of my more new. It's some of my more recent stuff. You may not see some of these, like this one was never released, but there's a lot of them here. This one was never released, but it's a really cute song. I should release this one. Anyways, Person You Knew, I never released, but some of these I have, like One Shot, Two Shot. So One Shot, Two Shot, that was a country song. Let's see if we can get that going in the background. I write all my lyrics. Every lyric you see, handwritten. I don't ask AI for help. I don't want them to rewrite it. It's all simply done with me just typing it out. I do use what is it called? Rhyme Zone. It's a website that I'll use to find words I can rhyme with sometimes. But typically, I'm just writing this whole thing out. And that's about as far as I go as trying to get assistance. Just because it's easier to kind of find a long list of rhyming words, and you go, oh, you know what? That works. How do I make that into a sentence? And I just kind of create a sentence and make it go. It's kind of like some of the stuff I do. And let's see here. Looks good. Sounded fine. Awesome. What made you decide to go into music? I'm being asked. Well, I've always kind of had fun in music. I'm not saying I was a musician my whole life, but as a kid, I actually did learn the drums, and I did perform a couple times on stage. Never really pursued it. Kind of had some interesting things in life that kind of just made me not go for it, I guess. Never really thought I was the greatest singer. Didn't really have the confidence. And then last year, I'm a videographer and photographer by trade. I do just about anything from weddings to commercials. And I was doing this commercial for a roofing company, Midwest Elite. Get them. They're really good. If you need a roofing company, Midwest Elite Restoration, please find them online. They're in Elgin, and it's a great company. Anyways, I was doing their commercial, and I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing video since 2007, so I have years of editing. I've been doing it for a long, 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 long time. And the one thing that has hurt is that I've used a lot of the music that you can get that's kind of like royalty-free music. And I don't like repeating music. I don't like saying, oh, this is on this one, this one's on that one. So I always tried to have a new song for a specific client. And I'm starting to scroll through some new stuff online, trying to find an idea of what I'm going to do. And I saw this site right here, Suno. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, right? So, I went to Suno and I kind of like, what is this? And I kind of looked into it and I was like, oh, I can make a song? So what do I want? And I was like, let me try this thing out, and it made this little snippet, and the song was like, oh wow, that's pretty good. But then I was like, well, now let me try to see if it'll really kind of do what I want it to do. And I kind of made an actual commercial song for them, adding their phone number and their name, and it sounded great. It was the first one I did. No, the first one I did not use my own voice. It was the first time I ever did it. I never even thought I could do this type of thing. And it was amazing. I was just like, oh my God, this is so cool. I showed it to the client. Client went, wow, song is better than the commercial. So it kind of became this really cool thing, and I ended up realizing it was getting Christmas, and I don't know why. I just like I wanted to have fun with it, so I saw that you can kind of put your voice in this stuff, and so what I did was is I recorded about 30 minutes with me singing. Horrible quality, not very good. I was just wanting to test it out, but it did good. It put a voice very similar to mine, and when I try to sing it back, I'm like, wow, I can actually sing this, and I was just like, I posted one of them, and um, it got really good reviews. The first song, it was a Christmas song, and people just really raved about it. I had one of my fans; she became hugely ecstatic about it, and had people asking me to make more. So my next song was a song about Gertrude, and uh, unbeknownst to me, Gertrude was someone that I knew, their mother, and it became such a big thing. And it was interesting how it kind of connected. And sometimes you do things for people, and I started doing the music because one of my bands, and we're not going to go into any names or anything, but one of my bands, she's losing her eyesight, and I'm a nature photographer. If you look me up, you'll see a lot of nature photography, from birds to wolves to monkeys to gorillas, just about anything. I've just about captured anything you can find in America. um, Anyways, and I'm very happy with the quality and the skill I've learned, and I like to share it, so I share it online. And again, one of my fans, she's losing her eyesight, you know, and it made me think, well, maybe I should start doing some of this music, so people that might be struggling to see, maybe I could find an audience and give them something to hear, and that just became a thing. Next thing you know, I'm written over 100 songs. Every one of them I handwritten, and I've been adding my voice better and more detailed as time goes on. For the first, I'd probably say about 20, 30 songs. I used that recording. They only allowed you to put like 7 minutes of a recording, so I would just kind of cut it up and put this version in there, and I put this part in there, And the recording had stuff for me, so just kind of implementing it, and I started learning a little more as I'm doing this because I'm totally green. I haven't done any. I've never played with DAWs. I didn't even know what a DAW was until I started playing with Suno and heard the DAW crowd get all salty about Suno, and you know what, you guys need to just chill. It's almost the same thing, so you're no better. Sorry. Anyways, however, the one thing I will say is that as I was going, I started realizing, you know what, I'm gonna just start singing every song. So now, in the meantime, by the way, um, I have since I've started. I've been taking vocal lessons and getting better at my craft so I can sing live, which we're going to be doing today, and trying to make it so I can share exactly what I can do and offer everyone something nice. Again, you can either watch and see my photos, or you can listen to my voice, and hopefully my voice is pretty. uh, so I'm being asked, do I have a personal style of music to write and sing? Honestly, I like a challenge. Sometimes I don't really have a personal style. I try to find something that gives me something interesting to do. When it comes to style of music, I'd probably say I lean a lot towards the folk EDM crowd. I hit country, I hit hip hop and soul, but I do, I would say that folk music uh I like a lot because I feel like more. I feel like it's a more expansive style that people can appreciate, especially when I'm kind of having a lot of fun with my stuff. But it really depends. You know, if I'm trying to get into like a serious thing, I'm gonna probably do a little more rock ballad. Or if I'm trying to get into like a romantic thing, I'm probably gonna do something a little more soul. You know, it really depends on my day. You know, I mean, I'll be just in here writing, and you know, sometimes I have a goal in mind. Recently, I had a song that I wrote thinking in my head that I'm going to be writing this hip hop rap song, and it's going to be coming out shortly, but it's not out yet. But this hip hop rap song, as I'm doing it, I'm like, oh yeah, this sounds great. You know, I start listening to the way it was being made, and I wasn't feeling it. I was like, nah, this isn't right. You know, so then I kind of re-sing it, but re-sing it in a more country, maybe folk style. Reset my prompts, totally reset my prompts. You know, and then it turned into one pretty cool song. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and put it over here. I'm only doing this because you know I don't have this one copywritten yet, and I don't want anyone to grab the lyrics or anything. So we're gonna kind of just go here. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to my library, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go to my playlist, and then we're gonna go to one of the newer stuff. You guys cannot see it. I have it off the screen right now. And then we're gonna go and play. It's called It's About Me.
I wanna be, I gotta see. It's about me. It's my life, and not your life. If it bleeds, I bleed. Enjoy the ride. Jump off the ride. Perhaps you gotta flee. My life's
So I'll pause it there.
I wanna be.
I said I will pause it there. And let me just go ahead and put up one of my other playlists because that one's my freshest, and none of these songs I have on there are copywritten yet. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into one of the songs that's kind of one of my big songs right now, and maybe we can talk about why I created it. We're gonna bring up this library. Bring up this playlist. I'm gonna go to all two, and I'll bring it back up here now. I don't have a problem sharing this part. So we're gonna go have we're gonna take it down to there it is. Go back up, Josh. You know what? Actually, I take it back. We're good. We're gonna talk about this one, but you know what? It's 4th of July, right? And the song I shared today on social media is called "A Salute to Uncle Dan." And Uncle Dan was one of the few people in my family that I could honestly admire. He was an amazing guy. He worked in the Air Force. He got to fly jet planes. He ended up becoming a musician. I believe it was called the Merv Griffin show he was on, as his band was on there performing a couple times. He helped people as much as he could. He was just a really highly respectable person. Was he perfect? No. Wasn't a very good driver. My sister can attest to that one. But he was a guy you can respect because he always kind of tried to go out of his way to help others. He ended up adopting 3 beautiful girls and raised them. They weren't babies. He got them at like 5 to 9, I think. So they were kind of mid-range, so he wasn't worried about getting the child. He was worried about saving these 3 children from Russia. And the story from that alone made news all over Russia and local news out here as well. He was also a guy that fought with cancer for about 12 years. Like every time people thought it was going away, he still stuck around and took it. And he was always positive. Even through that, you never see him just like, oh man, this is, he would just go and praise God and be a very good, positive person. So this song, we're going to play it all the way through. This song was for you, Uncle Dan, and happy 4th of July. If you have people in the military that are in your family, if you lost someone in your family that was in the military, hats off to you. Thank you. And now, let's play Salute to Uncle Dan. Nope. That's about me, not about Uncle Dan.
The moment I first met you, I always wished I could call you Dad. Seeing you in those photos in an F-16 as a boy, that was pretty rad. The first to grab a mic, finger pick a guitar, for fame within my circle.
Oh yeah.
My father out of my life, so it wasn't so bad. Asking you to be my dad wasn't that controversial. Here's my salute to Uncle Dan, a man of many talents and class. I looked up to you as a hero. You're now enjoying the heavens at last.
Rest in peace.
That staff sergeant patch you gave me, I took it everywhere.
No people did a lot of sacrifice.
Kids talked their dad up, it was you I put up there. I do wish you took me in, but back in the day, with 3 new beautiful girls adopted, I would've just been in the way. I was grateful we reconnected, grateful to see your girls grow. These girls truly did love you, The moment you left this earth,
But first time
the love really did show. Here's my salute to Uncle Dan, a man of many talents and class. I looked up to you as a hero. You're now enjoying the heavens at last.
Good song.
A role model you were to me. As I'm now older, I realize I've been crafted, molded out of a vision I had of you. If you said yes, I would have instantly been drafted. I want the history of you to live on, from Air Force to family to music and faith. Looking up to you, my hero, I set my life in your fine example to help keep me straight. Here's my salute to Uncle Dan, a man of many talents and class. I looked up to you as a hero. You're now enjoying the heavens at last.
So when you say you can't hear me, it loves the replay. So you say you can't hear me, but is it because the music's just louder than I am? Or does it mute me and all you can hear is the music? Just curious. Regardless, that was Salute to Uncle Dan. Everything about that song I wrote. It's a lot of truth in this song. I did look up to him as an artist. I remember seeing him with a photo of. I remember seeing him with a photo. He has Air Force gear on, and he's all standing proud with an F-16 in the back, and he's like, And I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, wow, that's you? Wait, I have someone that's like doing stuff like that in my family? And that's what I was thinking. I was thinking the music was louder than me. So good to know. Okay. But then he started talking about, some of the stuff he had and how he was a staff sergeant and he had a patch and he gave me this patch. It was a staff sergeant patch, man. I carried that everywhere. You guys have no idea. I was so proud of him. I have an interesting past of my childhood. I have an interesting family. Love you guys, but you guys are all interesting. And one of the more normalized, I'm not saying there aren't others, but one of the more normalized, respectful people I could think of was Uncle Dan. He was a religious guy. He believed in God. And nothing wavered that belief, which was outstanding. He was anything he touched, he made it happen, man. I just got to respect everything he's done. So it was really neat. Let's see here. So we started off with this one, Salute to Uncle Dan. It's a really good song. There was a time where people thought that maybe he might take me in and kind of adopt me. It was actually a really good, strong conversation. And I was kind of excited thinking it was going to happen. And he ended up adopting the 3 girls, and I'm okay with it. I mean, you should see how the girls turned out, and you know what? He was saving them from some serious turmoil, you know. And although I had some turmoil, it's a blessing that he was able to save and help other people as well. So I don't know. I give a lot of respect to the guy. And on that note, let's go to another song. I was thinking of going on to one of my latest songs. I'm currently creating a music video for it. It's still in the works. It's called Popcorn Swayze. So this song, when I created it, again, I'm a videographer. I'm a photographer. I work in that field. I've done weddings for so long. I could basically do a wedding with my hands tied behind my back. I've been doing it for so long, it's just not hard to do for me anymore. I basically know what a bride's going to want. I know what a groom's going to want. I know how to push it and to get what I need to get done, and then let them have the night to enjoy. So I've been able to do that. Meanwhile, even though that's my main field and what I've done in the beginning of my career, the one thing that I've always known from oh, second, I see something here. Anyways, the one thing I've always known about weddings is that they usually have like 3 or 4 songs, and they always get played. Always, always, always. You're always gonna hear some type of group to the left, slide, a hustle, the electric slide. They're going to try to do something like that that's going to get the audience to be captured and want to group together and have this great social experience. You can't go to a wedding without one. You got to have that big explosive. Yeah, everyone's going to go. We're going to, So in my writing of this song, I wrote it because I thought it would be a song that would be great to group up with people, dance and sing together in that wedding party vibe. Now, when I named this song, I called it Popcorn Swayze. The reason why I went popcorn, to be honest, I was thinking there's so many different types of popcorn. We got caramel, we got butter, we got cheese, we got my personal favorite, bacon cheddar. You got chocolate. I've seen s'mores. You got all these different types of popcorn. And what I was thinking is, Popcorn Swayze. Well, Swayze, we all know who Patrick Swayze is. What was he famous for? Busting a move. So, I kind of went with this Popcorn Swayze and kind of meshed it into a dance. As I was doing this, I was totally thinking like California Raisins would be totally appropriate with this popcorn concept. There's a lot of things going on for this song that I've always appreciated. But when I made the song, that's kind of what I was doing. All right. I'm going to go playlists. We're going to go to 2 again. And then we're going to take it down low. I don't know. Where's that popcorn? I think it's almost there. There it is. And everyone, Popcorn Swayze.
Hop on to the dance floor till sunrise. A shaking little booty to my surprise. A new social dance sets the world in a trance. Slide and spin, shuffle, shake, look to your left and rotate. The crowd goes crazy. to the popcorn Swayze. Shuffle, spin, slide and shake. Look to your left and rotate. Thanks to the popcorn Swayze, the crowd is really going crazy. All the club boppers find the beat, then we all follow as we move them feet. As the party gets down, people all around wanna join this jive. From the club to the streets, the sounds and the dance brought the whole town alive. That slide and spin, shuffle and shake started to have the whole U.S. wake. The music, the crowd, the vibe is top. The grooving and moving erupts non-stop. Slide and spin, shuffle, shake. Look to your left and rotate. The crowd goes crazy to the popcorn Swayze. Shuffle, spin, slide and shake. Look to your left and rotate. Thanks to the popcorn Swayze, the crowd is really going crazy. Worldwide, rotating to the left all over the streets. Brazil, Berlin, Berlin, Van, Ghana, Beijing, Pakistan, Dublin, Alberta, publicly lazy for that. Yes, that popcorn Swayze. When you hear the intro, we all know what to do. Instantly corral together, let's shuffle from me to you. Slide and spin, shuffle, shake. Look to your left and rotate. The crowd goes crazy to the popcorn Swayze. Shuffle, spin, slide and shake. Look to your left and rotate. Thanks to the popcorn Swayze, the crowd is really going crazy. One more time. Slide and spin, shuffle, shake. Look to your left and rotate. The crowd goes crazy to the popcorn Swayze. Shuffle, spin, slide and shake. Look to your left and rotate. Thanks to the popcorn Swayze, the crowd is really going crazy.
You have to admit, that's a fun one.
Hop on.
You have to admit, that's a fun one. So, let's see here. We're going to go and do one last thing before the end of the stream. I've been talking about it. I've been calling it out. And this is how we're going to do it. It's going to be the Star Spangled Banner. I've been giving it a little practice. I, to be honest, have not been like hardcore practicing this song at all. You know what I mean? I've kind of just been acapelling it, trying to get my own little voice for it. And that's kind of what I was doing. Lyrics, the Star Spangled Banner. So I'm going to acapella this thing, okay? We're going to try something here. We're going to bring out this guy, my brand new performance mic. I'm going to turn this down. You might hear a little bit of the audio kind of going blink. All right. Now, I don't know how much difference this sounds, but it's my new mic. I love it. It's such a good mic. Anyways, it's going to be for performing, and that's what it's for. So, and here we go. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glow to bomb bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. All right, and there we go. There we go. Let me switch mics one more time here. Hold on, everyone. All right. Hopefully that's all working back in parts and things are happening. Hopefully you guys like that rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. Kind of my little thing. I kind of want a little high noter instead of my little low note. You know, I have a kind of a wide range, so I can kind of go a little high and I can go a little low. I'm not perfect, but I'm pretty good. I don't think I'm that bad. How'd you guys think? Let me know. Hopefully you guys have a great 4th of July. I want to say thank you for anyone and everyone that's come to see and watch this stream. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. And you all have a great 4th of July. Bye, everyone. Until next stream.